The following is a podcast meant for adults and discuss things like sexual content and alcohol use. Listener discretion is advised.
And I told him I didn't want the extra bandana. I don't know why he didn't listen to me. Either way. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 7 of the Drunk Texting Podcast, where we have some drinks, talk some mess, and try to help you just, navigate your day-to-day lives. Happy Thirsty Thursday. We are back from vacation. We are both back from vacation, but we'll get into that in just a moment. I'm your host, JB, as always being joined by my co-hostess with the Maostis.
Ooh, I bet.
Please tell the people who you are.
Ah, dang, I had my adjective of the day and I forgot it. Gosh,
That's true.
darn you.
That is true.
It describes food, but it's going to describe me today. Delectable. Kristal.
Woo!
Thank you to the audience.
Alrighty then. I don't co-sign that adjective. I don't and I won't. But before we get into today's episode, as always, we have to make sure we say, always drink responsibly, never drink and drive, sometimes drink and text. With that being said, what are you drinking today?
I'm going to be so honest, I don't know. I was just mixing stuff in my kitchen this morning. I said, I'm going to keep mixing until I like the taste.
Oh my goodness.
So, it's a bunch of different stuff.
That sounds like college.
Yeah, it is.
That sounds like college all over again.
Hey man, it is what it is.
Ooh,
it's got a taste.
Whew. I don't know if I could. Yeah, I'm a liar. I could. I would. I do.
Exactly.
A lot, actually.
So I don't know why it seems like you're judging me.
But even though I do that a lot, I'm not doing that today. Today I am drinking a Chardonnay. Not because I'm trying to be fancy or anything. It's done by the same company, the same brand as like the cupcake.
Ooh, cupcake ones?
Yes, it's from that same brand, but they have like a special edition for a Netflix show. And I saw it and I was like, oh, I'm gonna try it. So I bought 2 bottles. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna try it. Because you never just do things in moderation around here. So my back is big.
Aren't all of our backs just big?
A little bit.
A little
But
bit.
I get it home. I try it. Not good. It's very dry.
Oh.
It's very tart. But I say that to say I'm drinking it today on this episode because I bought it. I'm gonna drink it.
I don't know nothing about wine, so saying dry, tart, it all tastes like wine to me. Not a fan.
Whew.
I'm not a wine girl
Oof.
in the slightest. Yeah, that just don't even look good.
Oof.
It does not.
It is.
No.
It's dry.
What does that mean? It's a liquid.
Yes,
How
but
is it dry?
it is a dry taste. It's
Is it like Hawaiian Punch dry?
You know what? If Hawaiian Punch had alcohol in it, but it was still that same like dry.
Okay,
yeah.
now I get it. Okay, I get it. Like it just tastes dry, but it's not.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the one wine adjective I understand. It's dry, but like it's oaky. Nick, you're tasting wood.
I mean,
It's a smoky flavor. How?
oh, we'll get into smokiness.
Smoky.
Yes, because as I mentioned, we are back from vacation. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me utterly fail to name things. When the timer is up, that's just, it does it to you. And
You did great.
I was so upset with myself because I watched it back as I was editing. And I was like, I was right there each time. I literally was like 1 or 2 off each time. And every time I'm just like, say this, say that. And I was like at myself. So I'm not embarrassed by it because, again, once you're on that timer and that timer hits you and you're just like, I have 30 seconds. Oh no, how many did I name? Was that 7 or 8? It is a whole thing. So
Live with no regrets, man.
no regrets.
No regrets.
One day we'll run it back. Won't be today. But vacation. How was your vacation? You and your mans, y'all went because y'all celebrated a year now.
We did. We
Congratulations.
celebrated a year.
Y'all have celebrated a year of dating. I saw the post And so happy for y'all. I think I liked it. I don't know if I commented. I know I liked it.
I don't know.
But you know, I'm happy for y'all.
Thank you.
And, how was y'all's vacation? Where did y'all go? What did y'all do?
It was good. Went on a cruise carnival to the Bahamas. Don't do that. Yes, we know. We know.
Carnival.
Listen, money was not money at the time, so we did what we could, and it was carnival.
Even Royal Caribbean probably. Oh.
Listen, next time.
No, next time you gotta go on Virgin Voyages. We're gonna do it. But continue.
Anyway,
tell me how you're.
It was good. The room was chill. Our room was on the Lido deck, which was great for us.
Okay.
Cause we just like walk out the room, walk down the hall, boom, food.
Ooh, okay.
So that was
nice.
great.
That is nice.
So yeah, buy all the food, buy all the drinks. We didn't even get that many drinks because the drinks, they were okay. They weren't all that. I'm not gonna lie. I forgot the kiss on lips. I drank that almost the entire time.
Okay.
It was really good. It was like a frozen mango something. If you're ever on a Carnival cruise, get a kiss on the lips because it's delicious. Get a kiss on the lips, the drink.
I was about to say, make sure you specify
the drink. The frozen cocktail drink.
Because
I mean, if you get a kiss on the lips on the cruise. Cruise bay. Cruise bay is a thing nowadays, apparently. So
I guess.
Who am I? But yes.
Yes, but like.
Drunk that. Food. We mostly ate at Guys. I'm not even gonna lie.
Dang.
Cause it was at Guys. The lines were so long. You're gonna stand in any line for like 20, 30 minutes at a good time. At a good time, you're waiting 20, 30 minutes.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Friend.
Listen, and who knows? Maybe the food's good when you get there. Guys are gonna hit every time. Other places you're standing in line, it's a 50-50 if your food will be good. Even at night when you have like, because you have like dinner at night, you have your dining time.
Right.
It's a hit or miss. Like the first night I had the blandest looking dinner. But it was like the second best dinner.
Oh, that's
it was just a grilled chicken breast, like some potatoes and green beans. It looked so bland. I should have took a picture. It looked, I hate to say it was giving white people night. But I ain't gonna lie, I tore it up because it was kind of good. It was kind of good. It was. Listen, I tried frog legs. Studio audience had frog legs. Like, you want to try it? I'm like, I'll try it. I tried it.
And you actually liked them?
Yeah. I hate this. They were right. I hate people were right about that. They said it tastes like chicken. It did. I'm not even gonna lie.
Were they fried?
No. They were like baked.
They were like what?
Baked. And they tasted like
but
baked chicken.
Were they still like the legs? Was it like the actual?
It was a leg, bro. They were like
I couldn't see, and I think that'll be where my problem would lie. Like, don't let me. You still got the little flipper on that bitch. Hell no. Hell.
That's why I was like, I just take a piece off. It wasn't that bad. But yeah, the food in the I was expecting better food in like the main dining room.
Right.
It wasn't hidden.
Jesus Christ.
The entertainment was decent though. It was like a love and marriage show. Mm-hmm. That was kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie. The cruise director, she was so funny. Shout out to the cruise director, Gabby. She was sweet. Like she's like a sweet little girl. But that love and marriage show, I was like dying because they had brought like 3 different couples. One was married for like 40 plus years.
Dang.
One was married for like 3 months, and the other one they were just like the passionate couple. In order to find this passionate couple, she like shows the passion. This man picked this woman up.
Oh no!
I'm talking your dresses. We're seeing a little bit of underwear, sis. Thank God you have some on.
Oh, I was about to say, I was like, oh, we seeing all the glory.
Walked her to the stage, holding this woman up, and I'm just like, okay. But it was good to see, the different couples. It was cute. Some of the questions were like, whoa, that's what I'm calling a fight. And I'm just sitting there and like, I'm gonna ask that question later. I need the answer.
Do you remember what the question was? Any of them?
Oh yeah.
One of them. Tell me. I want to know.
One of the questions were, and we have been talking about this, of all of your partner's family members, you say you're on a deserted island.
Okay.
Of your partner's family members, which one of them will make you want to go swim with the sharks?
Oh, that's easy. That's an easy answer for me.
It was an easy answer for me. I hate to say it. It was an easy answer for me.
That's
I know.
crazy.
And he does not fault me for my answer.
That's crazy.
And I don't fault him for the answer he told me. I don't. It was that one. There was another one that was like, if you had $1,000 for every time you got a hot dog on the cruise, how much money would you have? All of them said 0. All of them said $0 or I'm broke. All of them said $0. I was like, yo.
No.
It was like it was like the craziest place or most interesting place you've ever gotten a hot dog. One of them said a hospital room. A hospital room / hospital bathroom. One of those two.
Another one was an open house.
An open house. Like, you know how you can go into a house, like,
Yeah.
you're like to a house, an open house.
That's not that, like, don't get me wrong.
I mean,
Probably not the most appropriate place.
No.
Same with the hospital, like, bathroom, but
Yeah.
like.
I get it. Because it was one of those ones where you just, like, put your coat in and you tore yourself. So,
Oh, it's one of them.
yeah.
Yeah, see, no, again, not necessarily the most appropriate place, especially if it's one of them ones that they keep, like, cameras in that bit so that way you could
They
make
never
sure
said-
nobody try to.
They never said if there were cameras in there or not.
That's just crazy.
That is crazy. But that was entertaining. That was the last night we went there. We had drinks, watching the show, so we're just like, everybody's dying in there.
I believe it.
It was quite the funny show, and then we like, my one memorable moment, the
Okay.
whole fucking time, there was this kid walking around. I saw this kid every fucking day, and I knew it was the same kid. I don't know what's going on with this kid. This kid had on some type of like cocoa melon head thing on the entire time. Like, you know, the watermelon, cocoa melon mascot, whatever.
Yes.
He had like that type of hat on the entire time. And I always saw the kid, like, why does that kid have that cocoa melon hat on? I saw that kid every day.
Maybe
The
it
kid
a
was at the
big
Love and
kid.
Marriage show. Cause why did I don't know that? Cause I looked over and I saw the fucking cocoa melon hat.
Maybe it was so that way he wouldn't, if he fell in the water, he wouldn't.
That thing was not gonna save you because it was paper thin. I just want to know why did his parents let him have on that cocoa melon hat?
Maybe because he wouldn't
I don't
leave
care.
the room
I don't
without it.
care. You came on the ship with that thing on. I don't care. Take it off. You look crazy. Cause this thing, if it's a little kid, maybe like 5, I get it. This kid had to be at least like 10. Why you got that thing on? That kid about as tall as me. Which I know means nothing nowadays, but
I was about
still,
to say.
that was
Oh,
the standout moment.
I
Was
need-
seeing
I
that kid in that cocoa melon
I
hat
need
every
to-
time. I know you saw the kid. You saw the kid. Every time. I just want to know why. But that was...
Jesus Christ.
I got a shot glass, and that's what matters.
Nice.
But
Nice.
how was y'all's vacation? What'd y'all do? Where'd y'all go?
Ooh, so we took a cruise as well.
Cruise.
6 days, 5 nights.
Okay.
Went Virgin Voyages. And I'm going to say this right here, right now. I'm saying it with my full chest. I'm going to look down this camera right here. And I hope and pray that I can put this in the minds and ears of the people that need to hear this. Virgin Voyages. Hook your boy up. I will be an ambassador for y'all.
Yo,
There is
send
no
us on a cruise.
reason for y'all to have a cruise line be that good. Oh my God, there was quite literally only like one thing that I can think of that was like, eh. And even still, the cruise line was great. The shops, like the different eateries were great. I could get ice cream whenever I wanted. Cause they had an ice cream bar. You could literally walk up and be like, "Oh, can I get a red velvet cone?
Oh,
of,
one of those.
Can I get a red velvet cone of butter pecan ice cream?"
Oh, I'm going on
It was
Virgin.
great, bro. The sail away party was so great, and there was also a drag queen on there. She was great.
Oh,
I
love
loved
a
her so
drag
much.
queen.
We took pictures with her.
Oh.
Gabby has them. I'm sad. I wanted to like show you. Gabby has them.
It's okay.
But it was wonderful. By the time we got to the sail away party, cause thankfully we did. So I want to go through like almost all of it. So we got this thing because this was technically our honeymoon. We did what's known as the Love and Splash of Romance package. That's what it's called.
Ooh.
And basically, it gives you a couple of amenities. You get like the little edible bites or whatever for they'll bring little chocolate edible bites to your room.
Oh.
And like you get a shake for champagne, a free shake for champagne. I'll get into that in a minute.
I heard
And
about
one of the
that.
biggest things is that you got early boarding time. So like for how Virgin works, they get their rock star, their VIPs first. Then like their next tier below, they get to get on at like 1:30. With the Splash of Romance, you get early boarding. Our original boarding time would have been like 4:30.
4:30.
Yes. It would have been like 4:30. We were able to get on at like 1:30 because of the Splash of Romance package. So we get on, get to the room, we explore. By the time we get to the sail away party, which was at like 6, I want to say 5, 6, somewhere in there, because it was later in the evening.
Okay.
By the time we got to that, I was already 5 drinks in.
Oh, that's hilarious.
It was great. It was wonderful. Then on top of it, they were giving away little flutes of champagne. I had like 3 of those during the sail away party.
Sir.
It was wonderful. Oh no, I was on there to live my best life. I was not on there to do nothing
You know what?
but.
I'm not judging you for it.
I'm glad.
I'm here for it.
And so the thing with it, so one thing that I really liked about Virgin Voyages is that you don't do a bar tab. You don't do a drink package. Sorry, they do a bar tab. So basically, what you do once you put down the deposit, you pay it off or whatever, you can put down either $100, $200, or $300 towards your bar tab.
Right.
When you do that, it goes onto your account, you scan, it comes off the bar tab, it won't charge you. So you can literally drink to your heart's content as long as you have the money on there. And that's what I loved.
That's so
It was so
smart.
It was so great. So we did the cruise. We went 2 stops. The first one was Grand Turk and Caicos Islands.
Ooh.
Fucking great.
My cousin's there right now.
And the second place we stopped in Bimini, Bahamas. Bimini was good. The water was great. Same thing with Grand Turk. Port Turk. Grand Turk? Caicos Island.
Sure.
I liked them better because we did a rum tasting when we went there. They have, so on Grand Turk and Caicos Island, they actually have an exclusive rum that you cannot get it anywhere else but those islands. It is made, distilled, everything for their island. You can buy them in the gift shop and then, get it on the ship and they run it through customs.
Yeah.
But like, you're not going to go down to your local liquor store and find it. They don't export it.
Exclusive.
The only thing they export is fish, actually. Funny enough.
Interesting.
Because that's like their grand thing. So it was 3 types of rum. It was the silver, gold, coconut. Them the 3. When I tell you them things was smooth and strong at the same time. Oh my God. I had it. And he was like, you gotta drink rum. He was like, you gotta drink rum humbly or something like that. He was like, cause rum is something that'll have you it'll have you acting out of character. You might hurt somebody else or yourself.
Oh gosh.
Then he also gave us another warning. He said, I want to let y'all know right now, nothing can hold rum except for a bottle. And when I tell you that hit me, I was like, I don't know if I want to take that as a challenge because of the fact of how sincere that you sound in your voice right now.
He said it with his whole entire chest.
He did.
He fully did that.
Because don't get me wrong, one of them he was the tour guide type, the very smooth talking, even with his accent, you knew what he was saying. He knew what to say. He's done this hundreds of thousands of times. The presentation was there. When he said that, he goes, and make sure, I just want to let you know, don't ever try to hold the rum. Nothing can hold the rum but the bottle. Okay? Okay. And I looked at Gabby and I was like, I don't know if I want to take that as a challenge or not. I don't know. So, did the rum tasting. It was great. The water, lovely. Oh my God. The water was so blue. So blue.
In Turks and Caicos?
Huh?
In Turks and Caicos or?
The Caicos Island Grand Turk. Like, it was so clear. Literally could get in the water and look down. I could see my toes.
Wow.
It was wonderful. Then, because of the package that we had on the beach, we were able to get like certain drinks for free. Basically, just go up and ask for it. I drank rum punch, and they give you cups about yay big of rum punch, and I drank like 6 of them. it was wonderful. We even met some people who were from the area. She's the opera singer.
Oh.
He works in the military and the whole thing. They were cool. I hope they're doing good. I hope they're doing good. They're cool. They were cool people. But yeah, back to what I was talking about with everything was good except for like that one thing. So on the cruise, you have all these various, restaurants that you could put in reservations for, and they would all be, they're all inclusive. So once you go in, everything, you don't have to pay for anything unless you want to get like some specialty items, word stuff that you can pay for.
Right.
So we had all these different ones. There was the like Razzle Dazzle. There was Gunbei, which is the Korean barbecue restaurant on the ship. Then there was this one called Test Kitchen. I enjoyed it, and I was hyped for it because it played on a thing that I had done some research for called molecular gastronomy. Basically, for those that don't know, it's where you have the meal, but you split it apart into parts. So instead of it being how do I do this? Instead of being like a mushroom thing or whatever, they separate it to like, oh, it's this type of mushroom, that type of mushroom, this type of mushroom, blend it all together into a like mushroom puree. Then you put the puree on a piece of bread and you eat it. I say that because that was one of them. In fact, see,
It was dang some fancy looking.
and it was cute because it even looked like a mushroom.
That is so cute.
So the problem,
Right, what's the grievance?
there was a plate that came in the test kitchen meal that was called egg.
Just egg?
All right, well, yeah. No, it's just egg.
Alright.
I'm thinking it's going to be like a fried egg or something. It's going to be like an egg on like some noodles or whatever. They bring it to the plate. They bring it to the table. And they have it like this. This is the presentation for it.
It's just a dome.
It's a dome with smoke to do the little smoky flavor, you know, the ooh.
Yeah.
They do that. They bring it for everybody. So they bring it. They do the little presentation. I mean, it's a nice little presentation.
Right.
It was a bunch of waiters. Like they couldn't do all of them at once. So literally 6 waiters. They all did it at the same time. This is what we get.
What is that? Egg on some peas.
It is a singular egg yolk on a bed of peas. And when I tell you, this is what we all collectively, there's 6 of us at the table. They do the little presentation, we all kind of look, we wait for the waiters to leave, and we all go, huh, collectively, as a table. And we're just like, we don't know.
I would have rather them give you an actual like egg, like just an egg on a plate.
I would have been way more if they would have just done that. Just slice a boiled egg in half, put it on the plate, sprinkle some salt and pepper over it. Then here you go. Not an egg yolk on a bed of peas. That was like the one thing, genuinely, like the one thing that I'm like, God, why did you think that this was okay? Literally everything else was so great. They had like a pizza restaurant that you could go to, order like your own specific type of pizza. The shows were great. The last night we did like 3 different shows. It was crazy. We did the Untitled Dance Show Party thing, which I thought was great. It was literally a dance show, but they encouraged you to dance while they were doing the dancing. It was great.
I love that.
It was great, and they were all nice. Then we did a star show where we went out. It was on the back of the ship. So it was like, I think it was the 7th, deck 7 on the back. And we basically all just sat out, looked up at the stars, and she gave us a history lesson basically on like the different stars, how they got their name, what is the story of like the Greek story behind like the different
The constellations.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
And it was wonderful. And we did our Shake for Champagne, which, again, Shake for Champagne, it was wonderful. It came a part of the Splash of Romance package. So literally you shake, and then it tells you, stay where you're at. We're going to bring you. And they brought us a bottle of champagne, 2 glasses that were chilled, uncorked it, poured it for us.
Wow.
And I mean, it was wonderful.
That is fancy.
And it was the last night, and I tell you this, Gabby and I both had like 2 glasses. Then after that second glass, I saw that she wasn't really, like, kind of moving like she wanted another one. I asked her, I said, you want another glass? No. Walked around with the bottle. I walked around the ship until our next showtime with the bottle. And
Wow. Go off.
it was great. I was there to live my best life. I was not there
Obviously.
for anything less
I'm here
than
for
to
it.
live my best life. On top of that, the last thing we did before we went back to pack up all our stuff to leave before we left
Right.
was we went to this. It was like the 70s. It was like basically a 70s club, essentially.
Fun.
And I'm gonna say this for those that are on my Snapchat. If you saw my Snapchat, then you saw the video that I posted because we were actually in like the upper level of it, looking down.
Yeah.
I made a joke, and I don't feel bad for this joke at all.
Sure.
I did a video of the crowd, and I mean, some of the white folks was getting it.
As they do.
And I made a joke, and I said, so this right here that you're witnessing, or something along this line, this is the closest we will get to when cocaine was pure. I was like, so this feeling is the closest we're gonna get to when cocaine was pure, huh? Dude, there was a guy that was dressed up like he was like he needed to be on the set of the Brady Bunch.
He came prepared.
Like he had like the green jumpsuit, like it was like cut down to like his stomach. He had like the little what do they call, like the collar that was like right here on his chest. It was like open. I was like, bro,
that was the first thing that man packed when he was getting ready.
I don't know if he worked on the ship or if he was just like.
I hope he was a guest.
Cause like even the hairstyle he was wearing said, "Oh, I stepped out of the '70s onto this dance floor."
I really hope he was a guest. I really do.
It was crazy.
Because imagine that you get ready in the room, the wife is just like, "You're really putting that on? Shut up."
Shut up,
like, I
Margaret.
got this.
Like, shut up, Margaret. This is the closest I've had to my time when I was back.
This is back before the grandkids.
Right.
Let me be great.
It was, oh man, it was
He pimp walks from his room
Yes.
all the way to there.
Oh, you know.
I love it.
It was a great time. We met a lady who, she had been on the one that we had went on was her 6th Virgin Voyages cruise.
Wow.
The 6th one she had been on. Then the other people there were also ambassadors for Virgin, which is why I say, Virgin, let me be an ambassador. Me and my wife will gladly be ambassadors for you.
Make me an ambassador so I can go on my very first Virgin Voyage.
Listen,
cruise.
actually, we can even turn that into a thing. If y'all want to have, we will do episodes of the Drunk Texting podcast
From
on the ship.
Yes.
We will do live episodes, and we will edit and record them, all of that
Put
from
me on the
Virgin.
screen.
Yes.
Put us on the big screen.
Put us on-
Give us our own show.
Yes, give us our own show. We do live talkbacks and everything.
Yes.
That would be great.
Honestly, Virgin, please.
Virgin.
I just wanna go to
We
Virgin.
got y'all. Speaking of, hold on. This was something else I said to Gabby, and I meant this with my full chest because I thought I saw it and I made note because I just every worker I saw I looked at them, made note. I refuse to believe that a part of the hiring process isn't you have to be attractive. Because not a singular worker on that cruise was less than, at the very least, like, pretty. Not a singular worker. They were all like pretty, handsome, sexy, attractive, gorgeous. Every single one
if
of them.
they're there and it's just adults, they gotta bring the party. You gotta bring the party with pretty people.
Facts. Every single one of them. Every single one of them. It was crazy. It was crazy. I loved it, but every single one of them had attractive.
See, I like the versatility of Carnival. All their people from different countries. We met a lady from Russia.
I mean, that's
a lot of
same.
people from the Philippines, Indonesia.
Same.
This one man, we were standing in our deli. This one man, it was a customer like hassling him or something. He's like, "Do you know what we do to people like you in Africa?" And the whole line was just like, he's like, "We cut off their heads," and we're just like, he's like, "I'm just playing." I was like, "Bro, you said that too serious with a straight face, my guy."
I don't know, man. That didn't sound
Yo,
like
he was mad. He was
playing.
making like 5 BLTs at one time. He was pissed.
I believe it. Oh my gosh.
But you gotta love that they joke around.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's the fun part.
To be a worker like that, you have to have some kind of sense of humor.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't imagine being a worker for a cruise and like it's the same thing every day, but then you only get like 4 hours of sleep because you gotta go get your sleep, get up, do it all again,
Right.
and then you're there from like 8 in the morning to like 10 at night.
Oh gosh.
I couldn't imagine. I could not. But again, I say it was a great time. I enjoyed it. 100%. We are already planning our next one. Because when you're on the cruise, they give you a thing that's like, if you book your next one within 60 days, you'll get a $600 onboard credit. And then, if you don't do within 60 days, you do within a year, you'll still get a $300 credit.
Well, shit. But we didn't plan to do a cruise next year, but we might change our plans to a virtual beach cruise next year.
I'm telling you, it was fun. It was fun. Get that Splash of Romance package.
But just might.
Listen,
look into it at least.
I'm trying to get my money up to the point to where we can get the Rockstar and Virgin. Because when I tell you, that was something else. First day, we're exploring the ship just to explore. There was a section on the ship for the first day that was Rockstar VIPs only, where it was basically just them with workers that were helping them plan out like their excursions and everything. Didn't have to do any of it ahead of time. It was on the ship, complimentary. Well, what do you want to do? You want to?
Wow.
Yeah, help you. They had alcohol just on the ship. Like
They got exclusive bottle table service going on over there.
They did.
I
They
love
did.
that.
It was crazy.
Would never be me, but I love that for you.
It probably would be me. I
don't.
I want to do all the finer things.
Yeah.
I want to do all the
eventually,
finer things, and then if that includes exclusive bottle service, then absolutely.
I'm here for it.
You know, I
love
rode on a plane for the first time this vacation.
How'd that go?
My first time. It was an interesting experience. I will say now that I've done it, I'm kind of spoiled to the idea of if I have to drive more than 5 hours, I'm just gonna want to fly.
I feel that.
Because don't get me wrong, I don't like just the regular commercial flighting because the seats were small. I'm a big person. My wife, we big peoples. We not. So even when I had the window seat, I was just like, okay. And it was fun. I will say I wasn't expecting. Nobody warned me. I should have known because planes are gonna do that. How else are they gonna get up in the air? When they get to the runway to take off, you're gonna feel it like a freaking roller coaster. I should have known that. Common sense would have said. So literally, I'm sitting here thinking, like, oh, this is so nice. We're getting ready on the runway. I turn my head to look at Gabby, and then I feel it, and I turn back out, and I see we're going like fast. And I look back at Gabby, and Gabby's just like, and I'm just like, oh, okay.
I've never been on a plane before, so I don't know anything.
Well,
That's
look, if we do a group Virgin Voyages cruise, and we go out of Orlando, and we fly out of not Orlando, Miami.
Miami.
If we fly out of we go out to Miami and leave out of Miami, we'll get on a flight. We'll get on a flight. Oh no, because we're not driving all the way down there.
That's a drive.
Exactly.
The drive to Orlando was enough.
See, Orlando is the furthest I'll drive from here down.
Fair enough.
Anything past Orlando, we're flying.
Yeah.
We're flying.
Yeah.
So,
Understandable.
even the hotels in Miami were great. Like,
Because it's Miami.
God, Miami was great. Like we walked when we got back before we got our flight to come back. We walked to a Mexican restaurant to get because Bay wanted tacos.
I know that was good.
She was feeling tacos. Oh my God, it was wonderful. But Miami had lizards in.
All of Florida had some type of lizard,
But-
gecko.
No. They were lizards. They were only about yay big. They kind of looked like bearded dragons, but they weren't.
Okay.
But they were so bold. They reminded me of the squirrels from VSU.
Cap.
To the point.
Oh hell no.
To the point where
Got it.
we were walking and one came out of the bushes and just stopped in the middle of the freaking sidewalk and it looked at us, looked back, and I kind of was like, go. and it walked and it went across and I was like, that was fucking weird. Like
That is definitely giving squirrel from VSU energy. But I love that.
Weird ass.
You're in its territory.
No.
Yeah.
No, I'm on the sidewalk. That's not its territory.
Yes, it is.
No.
It stopped and looked at you like, why are you here? You know the answer? All right, cool. Boom. And went on by his life.
But it was still fun. I will say one mistake that Gabby and I made. We took the sunscreen with us when we went to Bimini for the second port day. We didn't put that bitch on. And now we're both peeling. Like granted, we're at the end stage of the peeling, so like we're good now. But like, whoo boy! And
that was the one day I did. I usually don't wear sunscreen. That was the one day I did put on sunscreen when we got off the boat.
Yeah.
Nassau.
Oh, I've been to Nassau.
That's the one time I did put on sunscreen. But he also made me put on sunscreen.
No, that's fair.
I wasn't going to. I was like, I guess.
You need to. And I'll say that. That's something that, until I got with Gabby, I wouldn't. I just, I'm good.
Sun.
A little sunlight ain't gonna hurt nobody.
And now you see.
And now I see, man. I be out here peeling like a mug, bro. It's crazy. Peeling, as she said, like a banana. Now we're going to get into our question of the week. This is the Reddit, via Reddit. Tell me something that happened in Vegas that didn't stay in Vegas. This, I have not read any of these, so this is going to be just as blind reaction for me as it is for y'all. Here's the first one. 15 years or so ago, back when I was a bartender, had one of my regulars come in, pretty typical middle-class dad type, khaki shorts and polo shirt, basic white guy haircut, and tell me that he was going to Vegas the week before tell me all about going to Vegas the week before with some friends, and his experience smoking crack out of a light bulb in the backseat of a Honda Civic with a couple of hookers just prior to taking advantage of their services. Told him that was exactly the kind of story they meant needed to stay in Vegas. It was always weird seeing him at the restaurant with his wife and kids after that. Wow.
Smoking crack out of a light bulb in the back of a Honda Civic with hookers you were going to take advantage.
Bro.
That sentence just kept getting wilder and wilder.
It really did.
And you started out smoking crack.
Like smoking crack out of a light bulb in the back of a Honda Civic with two hookers before taking advantage of their services.
Right.
Like, it just
gives a constant decline.
It was.
I thought it could go lower than smoking crack, but you just kept going on.
It most definitely got lower.
Like, if it was a better car, it could have went up a little bit, but you said a Honda Civic.
Jesus Christ.
And then you had a wife and kids.
And I think that's the even worse part, is the fact that you have a wife and kid.
Who were there?
Who
crazy.
Obviously weren't there. Oh my gosh.
Maybe they were there.
Ugh,
it's Vegas.
I don't want to think about that.
Listen, the kids like light bulbs. Yeah.
All right, here's the next one. On a work trip, we were in Vegas for a weekend. One of the work managers got caught feeling up one of my coworkers. It was kind of an open secret he was creeping on the women in the office, but then he got caught by several employees with the owner in the room, so he got canned. I mean, if you're going to be a sleazeball, you're going to do that shit, you get what's coming to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very much so.
I was not that bad, I guess.
No.
I mean,
It's
bad for the
right.
Right. My best friend came to visit me in SoCal, and I thought it would be fun to take her to Vegas for a weekend, as she had never been there. That's when I found out that she had a serious gambling addiction. Out of everywhere I could have taken her.
Ooh.
He sounds remorseful as if he just helped her spend her life savings.
I mean, he might have.
See, me and Gabby are going to Las Vegas next year because one of her nephews is graduating. And like, I plan to take like $20 in pennies and nickels for like the penny and nickel slot.
Right.
But I don't intend outside of that to do like no
that's
serious.
gone. I'm out.
Right. Like if I win some money, like if I win some serious money through the penny and nickel slot, then cool. If I don't, you're not gonna see me out here talking about some. Hey man, let me get $50.
No, I am not blowing through my savings for that.
Exactly, because like don't get me wrong, I've had my share of like playing games that you could win money from, you know, but like I could never see myself being the type. I mean, because hell, I've even done Prize Picks before, but like even with Prize Picks, I get to a point where it's like, okay, cool, I would do like $20, and then I would make bets based on that $20.
Right.
Once that $20 was up, all right, cool, I'm good until either next payday or until
Right.
I just
Moderation.
yeah, like
Okay.
if any of them win, then cool, I got some extra money, I can do it again. If not, all right, whatever.
Take the L on.
Right.
Okay.
I will say though, I see how people get caught up in the loop simply because of the fact that during the football season, last football season, I won. I think I won like it was like $450 or something like that.
Yeah.
I won like a big chunk, and I was like, I'm just gonna withdraw this. I'm not gonna try to
Go
flip
cut
it
it
into.
earlier.
I'm not gonna try to flip it into like $6,000-7,000 because like
Quit
I
while
see
you're
these
ahead.
people online who like they'll drop $500 on a bet, and I'm just like,
No.
I could never.
Ever.
I got too much stuff to do.
Bro, we got bills to pay.
Yes. Okay, let's see. My friend and I were approached in a casino by two guys. We were all visiting from out of town. My friend was really into one of the guys. I had no interest in the other and told him so. Despite that, we decided to be good wingmen and talk until the sun came up with our friend, while our friends made out all night. That's lovely. Anyway, we've been together for 12 years now, happily married with 2 kids. And yes, of course, we came back to Vegas to alone.
Okay.
Wow. So, wow. I mean, that's a positive one, you know,
Right.
that's a good one.
Happy ending. We
Wow.
love that for them.
Oh, here's another good one. Oh, I love this. Co-worker got drunk and hooked up in Vegas while we were there for business. She got pregnant. They decided to give it a shot. They've been together happily for 10 years.
Oh, I love
That's
that.
so. I love that. I love that. You
love
know,
that for them.
I was expecting a whole bunch of debauchery and like.
Alright, I was expecting nonstop chaos like the first one. But those are cute though. I like that.
Yes.
How's the Vegas baby?
Right. I don't know about making a Vegas baby, but you know, hey.
Who knows, man? Maybe Vegas baby's the move.
Oh, that's crazy. I know a guy whose wife came home from a convention in Vegas with a bun in the oven. She must have had a good time. The husband had a vasectomy a couple of years earlier.
Alright.
I'm gonna be honest with you. If I read stuff like that and I'm like, bro, I would have crashed out.
Yeah.
I would have crashed out.
You got it.
Cause there's literally no way you can convince me that
Yeah.
that baby is mine.
Mm-mm.
Especially when you left,
You weren't.
there wasn't a bun in the oven.
You come back, there is.
Right. So I was like, there's no way you could convince me that that was
Wait,
mine.
no. I was about to say unless, but no, you said he had a vasectomy. But if he didn't have a vasectomy, you could maybe, finesse the timeline a little bit with that one. But he had a vasectomy, so sis, you were out of luck. SOL, sis. My bad.
Alrighty. Well, this is one. I guess this will be the last one because I don't think there are any.
No more chaotic ones?
Oh yeah. I think this might be the last one.
Alright. What we got?
Met a British girl who had just ditched her friend who she was traveling across America with. The friend was having issues, so girl decided to go solo without much of a plan. I traveled around in a camper van and my new job pushed the start date back a month. So me and her ended up spending a month together around Utah and Arizona.
Oh, that's nice.
I found another one. This is kind of scandalous, and I want to end it on this one.
We love it.
My mom made out with Wee Man in the pool at the Venetian. I tell that tidbit to anyone who will listen.
Did you say wee man?
Wee Man, yes.
Wee man.
I'm pretty sure that's Wee Man. Isn't he like with Jackass?
Oh, it's a person.
Yes.
I thought I was trying to say women.
That's what I thought he was trying to say.
Yes. Listen.
The hell is he man?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he's the guy that's known, the one that's with Jackass.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So apparently this person's mom made out with Wee Man at the Venetian, and we'll tell that to anybody that'll listen. And the response to that whoever this person is, you go to hell.
They don't care.
Somebody responded. Must have been the shallow end.
Goodness gracious.
Why we can't have nice things?
Exactly why we can't have nice things.
Why we can't have nice things? Ooh.
That's cool. Dang, stuff's going down in Vegas.
Huh.
I guess stuff's going down in Vegas.
I guess so.
Why? But why Vegas though?
Because Vegas, in my
It's
opinion,
the middle of nowhere. It's a desert.
it is. Exactly. That's the
That's
middle
why.
of the desert. There's nothing else to do. Except
Besides
for-
the scandalous, it's like, eh.
Might as well.
I mean, go off, I guess.
I mean, I plan to have a great time when we go to Vegas. Like, we're not just planning to go for the graduation. Like, we're planning to go for like vacation too.
Yeah.
So I plan to have a great time. I'm gonna have a wonderful time.
Hey, go off.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's really all that is to that. We're gonna go into our next section. Would you rather of the week? I like this one just because there's a lot of options in terms of like if you take either decision, there's still a lot of options.
Okay.
Would you rather have the best singing voice in the world as long as you live, or be the greatest chef in the world for as long as you live? So literally until the day you die, you will be seen as and regarded as by everybody in the world as the best either singer or chef. And at any moment's notice, you can still perform at that level.
Yeah, I'm going with singer.
You're gonna go with singer?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. What am I doing being a great chef? What is that going to do for me?
Gordon Ramsay.
And look, people say some of Gordon Ramsay food is nasty. So,
Listen, I could believe that there are people who would say that. But I'm just saying, Gordon Ramsay has made quite the reputation and quite the living for
his
himself.
Hell's Kitchen that people say aren't good.
Hey, man. I'm
Being
just
the
saying.
best singer in the world. That's money on money.
It is.
Forever.
It is. It's money on money.
Tours on tours.
It is.
Fans on fans. Everything you could ever want. Being the greatest singer.
That is a
Question for the audience.
question from the audience.
Oh,
We knew it was
from the
coming. We
audience.
knew it was going to happen.
So, is it just the ability to sing or the ability to sing and write songs? Because you can
gotta know how to write
sing.
songs.
I was about
That's
to
what
say,
songwriters
Drake,
for.
look, Drake has proven to us time and time again. It don't matter if you can write the song. As long as you can perform that motherfucker, you good.
Right, but just because you're singing a song doesn't mean that the song is going to sell well.
If you're the greatest singer, your song's gonna sell. It don't matter what the song's about. If you're a good singer, that's gonna sell. That's why artists go on Sesame Street and them songs be going like them songs be hitting.
Like, boy, what? And imagine you do a song and then Gracie's Corner does a cover of it.
That's it. Blowing up.
Cause I'll never forget when I was at my job and I went by the child care development center at my job, and they were in there doing their little dance party section of the day, and one of the songs that came on was Gracie's Corner, Texas Hold'em. And I was I was shocked. Like I was in the middle of a conversation with the director, and it came on, and I went, "Is this Kids Bop, Texas Hold'em?" And she was like, "No, it's Gracie's Corner." And I went,
Everyone has heard of Gracie's Corner because Gracie's Corners be lit sometimes.
"Yes."
I'm sorry, Veggie Dance?
I'm
sorry, like, if it's like past like midnight and I'm still awake, I'm half delusional, I'm jamming out to Veggie Dance.
Oh, I'm jamming the Gracie's Corner regardless. Bro, the row your boat, the jerk, the yes, the New Orleans bounce, the row your boat.
I'm not
They had
ashamed.
Big Freedom.
At our grown age, jamming out to Gracie's Corner, I don't care. It's
Listen, at this point, that just
It's a
means
vibe.
I'll have something that I know I'll be able to show my child one day.
That mean me and the kids will be jamming out in the mornings eating cereal.
Listen, if my nephew didn't love Michael Jackson the way that they do, which hey, I take that as a personal win as their uncle, because I feel like I'm the one. Because even when I like try to introduce them to other stuff, they're just like, "Can we listen to Michael Jackson?"
That shows
that
generational impact.
That is a win.
Gone for umpteen years now.
That is a win.
Still getting new fans every day. That's definitely a win.
That is a win.
I did the complete opposite. I made my brother's life hell. Because I put the nephews. I wasn't intending to do this. I accidentally did it. I put my oldest nephew onto the Gummy Bear song. And that's all he wanted to listen to.
Okay, but even still, that's not as bad as like letting your child get put on the Sexy Red.
I don't even listen to Sexy Red.
You would?
I don't listen to Sexy Red.
You do?
No.
Good. Good.
Now, if one of them Sexy Red songs come on,
I'm skipping it immediately.
Looking for the whole. Ain't that Sexy Red look for those?
Yeah.
I'm about to it.
No.
Yeah.
I hate.
I'm gonna bop to it.
Hate is a little bit too strong.
I know them all? No, but I'm gonna bop to it.
Hate is a little bit too strong, but I am trying with everything in me to avoid Sexy Red and everything that I can. And I wasn't able to when I went to the Megan Thee Stallion concert with Bay a couple weeks ago. I wasn't able to avoid it because the DJ before the show played Sexy Red. And I was mad.
I mean, that's kind of the atmosphere that they created anyway.
Oh, I hate it.
A lot of times it's hard to go anywhere with Glow and not have Sexy right behind it.
It would have been so much worse if she would have actually been there.
That would have been...
I would have hated it so much more. Glorilla, see, and that's the thing. Because Glorilla actually has what everybody claims Sexy Red has. Which is the ability to rap, the ability to perform. Actually somebody that like, her song, I bought Glorilla.
I love me some Glorilla.
I will turn
Another reason I was sad I couldn't go. Because I wanted to see Glow.
I will turn me up some Glorilla.
What?
And it's like, people, and don't get me wrong, because there's going to be somebody that's going to be like, oh, you just hate, get your money, get your thing,
right.
The people like you, the people love you, cool. But don't sit here and try to act like you are somebody that is on the level of some of the people that you've been given the opportunity to work with. Because my God, you are just fortunate that you've been able to work with people like Drake, that you've been able to work with people like Glorilla, like Lotto. You are fortunate. They helped put you on the map.
She had her 15 minutes and she ran.
She had her 15 minutes and again, I'm not mad at her for even being able to do that. She took her moment in the spotlight, she turned it into something, she became somebody off of that moment in the spotlight. Good for you.
Right. I love it.
But now, the people are having to fight tooth and nail even harder to keep their children right. Because why am I seeing videos of daycares and birthday parties where they're playing Sexy Red? These kids jumping around, dancing, talking about something. Bend that over, let that. Like, no. No. You're 4. You can barely even talk right now. Why do you even know the words? Why can you enunciate this song so quickly? And don't get me wrong, I know it's on the parent. Yes. It is 100% on the parent. But it's like there's a fine line between the parent and the artist too. There's a fine line.
The kid won't know unless the parents show him.
100%. And even to that point, I can't even say that's 100% true, because I know, especially back when I was coming up, I learned and found out about a lot of stuff at school, and folks were showing me stuff.
What 4-year-old is going to school blasting Sexy Red? That's my question. You going to your child date?
Studio audience, what's up?
So there was a TikTok I saw, I think it happened in Texas. This teacher got in trouble because she made some kind of video about her twerking in some leggings or something like that.
That's both sad and funny.
So it can happen to teachers too?
That's both sad and funny.
See, that's the thing. When you're a teacher, you have to be very careful what you play.
And that's the thing, because it's like, everybody always wants to have that whole thing of like, oh, well, when a teacher isn't a teacher, they're still a human being, they have their own thing, but it's like, you're still a role model to those kids. So like, you post a video of you shaking ass on your TikTok page, and your kid just so happened to find your TikTok page, now you gotta look them in their face and be like, I'm sorry, y'all saw me shaking.
See, at that point, because that point you're hitting from a legal standpoint, you can lose your job for that.
That is very true.
Because of the brief period of time I was a teacher and worked in the school system, they are so specific with what you put on social media. I guarantee somebody in administration saw that, and you're in a meeting tomorrow and you're probably fired.
I believe it. 100%.
It's crazy. You can even get in trouble if you're a teacher and like go out to the bar and one of your kids sees, oh, I saw my teacher in the bar. You can get in trouble for that.
Really? Mm-hmm. Wow, I did not know that.
Like, it's that strict with teachers.
I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah, like, I learned this back in college. I
Right.
heard a story from one of my professors back in college. Said teachers in a completely different country and like they went to like Oktoberfest or something. Posted a picture. There's like there's not really drinks in the background. They just posted a picture, Oktoberfest band or whatever.
Right.
One of the parents saw it. Teacher got in trouble for it. It's not like they're friends on Facebook. The parent just happened to go across her profile, see the picture, told the administrator. Teacher got in trouble for it.
But like,
because you're a teacher, you're setting that example even on social media, and they didn't want that example as like, oh, this is your teacher. Look, my child's teacher's at Oktoberfest.
and you want to know why I would go over there having a good time at Oktoberfest? Because of your badass child.
But you can't say that. Can't say
This is
it.
how I know I wouldn't be a teacher, because these parents don't get enough one of these days of thinking that they can just talk to and treat these teachers any kind of way. Because some of these teachers are the ones that we people grew up with. They are classmates and stuff. They're not gonna let you talk to them any kind of way. They're like, hey, I'm teaching your child. You better watch your mouth.
Your child will fail this. Your child will fail this semester. So sorry.
It ain't my fault your child can't read above a 3rd grade level.
In the 8th grade.
Let's talk about that. Nah. Yeah, in episode 6, I said that the next time we have an actual episode 7, I was going to give a comprehensive, more or less, review of Why Cheese by Ellen Mint.
Okay, let me get
I finished the book. Like I said I was going to finish it while I was on the cruise. I did. Gabby finished it before we got on the cruise.
Good gosh.
The day we boarded, the day we boarded to get on the cruise, she finished it. And so, but I finished it on the cruise. Actually, it was one day after we had, I want to say it was one of our port days. I want to say, I don't really remember. I just know I was on the balcony, she was in the balcony hammock. She had fell asleep, I finished the book. When I tell you, it is a great book. So,
I bet.
So this will contain light spoilers, just to give that little distinction there. Anybody that wants to read Why Cheese by Ellen Mint. Before I get into the review, I will say right now, I understand why the book has 4 to 5 stars. I get it, 100%. Somebody who had not read books of that nature before, I'm more of an action fantasy. I'm not more of a romance smut type. But with that being said, I did really enjoy the book. So kind of as I gave the synopsis with you, I'm going to run down it again. What was her name? Violet. Actually,
Look up the synopsis.
I'm not going to look up the synopsis. I'm going to look up the characters. Because I want to make sure I get I remember the cheeses. I just don't remember.
You remember the cheeses. Why wouldn't you remember the cheese? It's called Why Cheese. The least you can do is remember the cheeses.
Yes.
This is about to be.
It was a great book. It was.
About cheese. Yes.
It was a great book, and I feel like if I can help my friend who, I told you about my friend, the person, and then they know somebody that's doing the audiobook.
Yeah.
I'm trying to help get that out there. And so, oh Jesus Christ, these names, I forget all about the names. I've forgotten all about the
How many names are there in this cheese book?
There's like 5,
Oh,
6. But, so the book opens up. The main character, Violet Riley, she's going to her uncle, her late uncle's abandoned cheese shop. You know, we've been over this.
Yeah.
The uncle passed. He leaves everything to her. Goes into the cheese shop. It's in ruin, but she's going to sell it. She's going to fix it up, sell it. She goes into a hidden basement. In the hidden basement, she finds a chest. Inside that chest, there are 4 different types of cheeses. Camembert, cheddar, Camembert, cheddar, brie, and Roquefort. She takes all 4 of them out, puts them on the floor. WTF is these cheeses? I don't understand this. This place is great. I wonder if I can get more money because this is an extra section underneath. This is more square footage to be put onto the square footage. All of a sudden, she starts hearing voices. Why do I hear voices? That doesn't make any sense. She turns around. The 4 cheeses that were on the floor are now 4 naked men standing in front of her.
Why would she put the cheese on the floor?
Because they were wrapped in like they had like the.
That don't explain why you put them on the floor.
I mean, where else would you put them? There's
Back in the chest.
There weren't any shelves or anything.
Put them back in the chest.
She didn't know. She didn't know they were magic.
I wouldn't want to put that on the floor.
And
But whatever. Continue with the cheeseman.
So she's freaked out, obviously, as one would be, because I mean, who in the hell? Random cheese. So they start their little adventures. She comes to find out there's actually been an entire vault full of cheeses that had been sitting and aging for roughly 20 years. She wants to sell it all because these men have nowhere to go. Well, if I sell it, you guys can get the money, you guys can find somewhere else to go, y'all will be good, y'all can have it. All of the various adventures and misadventures that start happening. They all start talking about how attractive she is. They all have an attraction to her. At one point, she gets access to the upstairs apartment that's above the cheese shop. She gets access to it, and she goes up there. She starts trying to fix it up. She ends up having sex with Brie.
With the cheese.
Yes, there's a cheese man.
Having sex with the cheese.
After that, she ends up. The story goes. You know, they end up with each one down the line along the story. The biggest part about it, that it gets said plain and simple, is that she has OCD. Very badly. Like, to the point to where, like, she has a voice that's like, if you don't like it 5 times, the whole shop is going to burn down, they're going to die because of you, like, that whole thing. She gets confronted by her mom, because her mom has been, she's the very overprotective, like, oh, well, you'd be dead in the street if it wasn't for me, and what if somebody's going to come by and kill you, and nobody's going to find someone like you attractive, and da-da-da-da.
She's ninja.
25 years old, her mom is talking to her like that.
It'd be like that sometimes.
They do. So, she finally, the mom, talks to some people and get all of the cheese moved out of the cheese shop. Literally get all of it taken out. Violet freaks out. She's like, no the fuck you didn't. She thinks that the cheesemen are dead. She thinks they're dead because there was like some cheese that had gotten eaten by the people that were moving all the cheese out. She was like, get out of here, I'm calling the police. Put all the cheese back that you moved. Put it all back, all of it. Tells her mom off. Her mom goes away for a little while. The cheesemen do come back. Come to find out, the reason that they all got cursed was because the de facto leader of them, the 4 of them, Roquefort, they call him Rock for short, he wanted to make cheese so badly when he was in his like actual life hundreds of years ago. They're hundreds of years old, by the way. He met with a shadow person at the time, like a witch, basically, who basically told him, hey, I'll help you make the perfect cheese, but you can never, ever, ever eat any of the cheese that you make. Now, of course, what happens? He eats the cheese that he makes.
Yeah.
Gets turned into a cheese person. Oh, crap. Then, following that, the other person, Camembert. He ended up being, he was a thief back in that time. He eats some of the cheese. Now they're turned into it.
Mm.
Brie, accidentally, he comes across the magic cheese that turned him into, cheesemen.
Mm-hmm.
He ate some of it, not realizing that it was what it was. He gets turned into it, and then so does Chedward. He eats it, turns into Cheeseman. Now the four of them have to figure out how to live their lives, only ever being able to do it during the day. Only ever being able to be a part during the day. It sucks for them, that's what happens. So they fight because two of the guys didn't know what happened. They didn't know how they became cheese. They didn't know that it was Rock's fault that they became cheesemen. So they fight for a little while. Violet kind of brings them all back together and is like, look, I care about all of y'all. I love all of y'all. I'm going to do whatever I can. This shop isn't going to be sold. It's going to be mine. We're going to figure it out. So they come together and they bring the cheese back together. And they make it into not just a cheese shop. It's like a cheese shop, literacy club, paint club, cheese making workshop building. They literally get all of their common interests together. And they all become the different ones. They all have their different passions because Violet helps them find their passions again. They all get to have their passions. They all do it in the night because they can only it's an overnight thing. Mm-hmm. So literally they turn into men at dusk. They stay that way until dawn. They do it. They have it. It's great. Then the epilogue happens where we find out about the cheese shop that becomes the thing. That's half of it. The other half is just all sex. The other half is descriptive, and I give her props for being so descriptive for what it is, and it's just, I feel bad. I think she fell asleep on us.
I promise you I did.
She's so quiet.
My brain is trying to comprehend everything. I just have question after question. My brain is overloaded.
Go ahead. Question. Hit me. Cause
did she plan to keep it as a cheese shop when the mom tried to shut it down?
So when the mom tried to shut it down, all she was really doing was just selling the cheese so that way they could have money to find somewhere else to go. Because she was going to sell the shop, that was going to be that. She was going to sell it, get the money, go about her life. Once the mom invaded and had them take all the cheese and move it out, she was like, no, I own this shop. I'm the owner. I'm the one that my name is on it.
Violet.
Huh?
Violet.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm going to be the one
To determine
what happens to it. So put all of that cheese back. Literally, she tells her mom, like, if you don't get out of here, I'm going to call the police.
Right.
And da-da-da-da. So, the whole thing. So, also, she gets into therapy. She's able to, like...
How nice.
It
the
is.
woman fucking cheese is in therapy.
Yeah. That's so violent.
Another question. Those were their names before they got turned into cheese?
No.
Come by say, who in their right mind has a baby boy like, Chedward?
No, that's not their name before they get turned into cheese. They actually bring mention to that, is that after so many hundreds of years of, I turned into cheese.
They made their own names, so he chose the name Chedward.
I mean, he becomes the block of cheddar.
And again, Chedward. No.
No, they call him Chetty for sure.
Why not just Ched? Call me Ched. Don't call me Chetty. No, call me Ched.
Ched.
I like Ched.
That's worse.
I like Chad,
that is worse.
What? overall arching question.
Okay.
Uncle leaves you a cheese shop. You find 4 things of cheese in a chest. Why the cheese in a chest?
Because
Side question.
Because they have this
Did the
way.
uncle know?
Yes, the uncle knew. In fact, somebody that works at a different store down the road from her actually confronts Violet and was just like, oh yeah, there were nasty rumors.
So multiple people knew about the cheese man in the basement.
No, they didn't know there were cheese men in the basement. They just knew that there were 4 men that was working. It was rumored that some night they would see 4 men in the cheese shop with the uncle.
So the uncle knew about the cheese man.
Yes, it was their arrangement.
And kept them in the chest.
No, didn't keep them in the chest. They can go into stasis to stay in the cheese form. And he did that. The uncle had done that because Violet was coming to visit. And he didn't want the cheese men to accidentally run into Violet. So he asked them like, hey, can you guys just go into your form, stay into the stasis, and I'll bring you back out once everything happens, once she's gone, because she came to visit. And when she had come to visit, she was only like 5 or 6 years old. So he didn't want 4 big men that turned into cheese during the day around his niece. And so puts them in the chest where they're in stasis, puts them in the chest, closes it, they stay in stasis for 20 years because after he puts them in the chest, he falls ill.
Yeah.
And he passes away. That's how we end up where we're.
Again, back to the overarching question.
Okay.
Uncle leads you a cheese shop. You find 4 cheese in a chest.
Yep.
You put them on the floor and they grow into cheese men.
Yep.
And your thought is fuck the cheese.
It wasn't immediate. No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't immediate. You still fuck cheese.
They were. It's not like you're saying that like they were cheese when they fucked.
Maybe I'm confused. When you say cheese man, in my head, I see a man made of cheese.
They're not.
They're actual men.
They're actual men.
Okay, that's a difference.
They're
this whole time I'm thinking these are like it's cheese, but like a cheese sculpture of a man. That's what I was thinking.
No,
which is why I was so
man
concerned.
With blood and like
that
taste buds and thoughts.
Eases my mind. I'm sitting here thinking this bitch is fucking giant pieces of cheese.
Why is that what you thought?
I'm not only here. Okay,
I see.
I was in slow. I'm literally, when I first read it in the other episode, I'm thinking, this bitch is fucking like a cheese sculpture. Like, these are moving cheese sculptures, is what I was thinking. See, that was never clarified. So I'm thinking,
why did you think that?
I had no other reason to think otherwise.
Oh my lord. I literally said men that turned into cheese during the day, and then they turned back into men at night.
That means nothing new. Think like, what's the thing?
Lord mercy.
I can't think. I really can't think right now. It's not a mud man. I guess it could be they like turn into a puddle, but then it's also like a man. It's still that water.
You mean like elements?
Sure. But cheese.
No.
Yes.
No.
Think Hydra Man from Spider-Man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy.
That's what I was thinking.
Lord
Or like
have mercy.
Bubble Buddy. I'm SpongeBob.
Oh,
You're still a bubble. Well, you're a man. You're just a bubble man. You're a cheese man. You're a man made of cheese.
No.
See, that should have been clarified. Because that's a whole...
Why did you... Anyway. Any
I
other
thought the
questions?
same thing.
Thank you. See? I wasn't the only one here.
Studio audience, nobody's talking to you right now.
I'm sorry. You got men made of cheese.
Any other questions?
No, since you clarified that one. That was the overarching question. Like, why is she fucking cheese? Does she not get an infection?
It's not actual...
You get an infection from the cheese.
After this, I'll make sure I show you, because at the beginning, there's like a picture of the 4 of them.
Okay, that would make sense. I was so genuinely concerned about her personal health, about her feminine health.
I see. I see.
Okay, great.
Jesus.
Okay, now the book is less weird. Now the whole book is less weird because they're real men. They just happen to turn into cheese.
Yes.
Okay, great. It's not like a Transformer type situation. So cool.
Anyway, the book is Why Cheese by Ellen Mint. I know I didn't do that good of a job in this review, but it's literally because her stasis, she went into stasis and it concerned me. The book is already out on Amazon or most other places you can get a book. The audiobook will hopefully be out before the end of the month. When it is, I'll let y'all know how that goes because that's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to listen to, is all I'm going to say. Yes. 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 What you read, she's having to like read out loud and like record herself reading.
No, not even that. I thought of another question of the book. So,
Okay.
Do they all know that they're all having sex with her?
Yes. They all know. They all
And
actively
so
talk
they're-
about like sharing her.
So they're having some type of polyamorous
Basically,
cheese
yes.
relationship going. I'm done.
In the epilogue, they all do it at once. Like all
Yeah,
four of
like
them
she's
on
right.
her. Like they rotate. Well, I say rotate, but like.
So would that be considered a cheese wheel?
I don't want to live anymore. Okay?
This was you. You brought this.
Wait, question.
It is.
No.
In their cheese form, if you were to cut them in half, what would happen when they become?
You'd probably
They
kill
become-
them. You'd probably
Okay.
kill them.
But they're
Okay.
cheese.
If anything happened to them in their cheese form, you're hurting them. Like, because when they,
Let me try to take a corner. Let's just take a corner off and like eat it.
then that would be part of them that would probably be missing when they turn into.
So would they die?
What?
Would they die? But what? Okay, so she took a piece off the human cheese man, right? Not like that. They're in cheese form. She take a little corner off. She's like, oh shit, that was one of the guys that
You
kind of
probably
cheese.
lose a toe.
She goes back upstairs, grab another like piece of cheddar, and like molds it back.
No.
Put it not like a zombie type thing.
No. That's not how
They
that
can't
works.
regenerate?
No. That's not how that works.
Can she like mold it into a different like? Cause what if like while they're in the cheese form, she's like playing with it and makes like a cheese ball when he like goes into like a man form. He's like,
We're gonna move on. 'Cause now y'all just being silly. Now y'all are
Cut a
absolutely.
piece
Oh, of course,
off. I ain't
we're
got
the
no
crazy
dick.
ones talking
Where my
because
dick go?
Yes, y'all are.
me,
It's a good book.
obviously.
It is.
It's very cheesy. I like it.
I'm gonna get rid of the studio audio.
I've been told you to do that. Eat it. Listen.
Anime discussion of the week.
Ooh,
We got
okay.
our discussion this week is anime themes that just smack.
I'm here for it.
Like, not every anime is created equally.
No, not at all.
And thus, not every anime theme song is created equally
Absolutely
either.
not.
But there are some that just, they break through
Yes.
and they are just known not only in anime culture but in pop culture as well.
Yes.
And in my opinion, one of them
Reign supreme.
reigns supreme. And truthfully,
Yes.
I will say this. And those that know me personally know where I'm about to go with this. The Yu Yu Hakusho theme song, Smile Bomb.
I think I know that.
It is the best, and
Not what I was
I'm
thinking.
biased.
Go off.
I'm biased. I will say I'm biased because I also think that Yu Yu Hakusho is the best anime, or at the very least, the best shonen anime. Just because of the fact that the story was really well, just about everything was emotionally driven. There aren't too many plot holes that draw away from the story. The theme song is fucking hype. You know how good a theme song has to be for you to go through like 4 or 5 different seasons and you still keep the same theme song?
Oh.
Do you know how
That's
good?
dope.
Do you know how good of an anime theme song it has to be? You went through 4 or 5 seasons and you still keep the same theme song throughout the whole show? That's how you know that's a good theme song.
Okay, that was the thing Megan was bopping to in that video she put on Instagram.
And you know, Megan Thee Stallion is kind of helping. Megan Thee Stallion is kind of helping. I have my reservations about it because she's bringing anime to the forefront for the people who don't watch it and the people who don't know anything about anime. But at the same time, you got those ones that are like, I don't know nothing about that. I'm just waiting because Megan Thee Stallion did. Okay,
I mean,
enjoy it.
a win is a win, I guess.
I guess.
I was gonna say, I'll be basic with it.
Okay.
Orange by Lisa. Demon Slayer theme song.
Oh, okay.
That, what was it, the Inuyasha theme song? It's something about that really just made me want to go outside and like scream in the rain.
I get that.
There was another one. Fire Force theme song? What was it? I have a whole playlist of just anime openings.
I will say,
Like,
there was one of JoJo's Bizarre Adventures one. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure always had like the best music. Not even just like their opening theme song, just the best music. But studio audience, I saw you raised your hand.
What?
This is the theme song from the anime you were talking about with the muscles and the.
Oh, Mashal, yeah, Mashal, Magic and Muscles.
Mm-hmm.
Bling bum bum bling bum bum bling bum bum bum. Bling bum bum bling bum bum bling bum bum bum. That, have y'all watched that yet?
No.
Not yet.
Oh, please watch it and catch up. It is wonderful. I gotta rewatch season 2 because I'll admit, as I was watching season 2, I was rather distracted while I was watching it. So like I'd be on my phone or I'd be like looking at something, so I wasn't giving it my full attention. I know what happens, but like I still like I feel like I didn't watch it how I should have. Bluebird for Naruto.
Mm.
Okay.
You're gonna have to look that one up because I know you don't watch Naruto.
Surely don't.
I think that was a good. You've heard. I'm sure you've heard.
Yeah,
the theme
like the
song,
name
sure.
is so familiar.
Cowboy Bebop. Mm-hmm. Cowboy Bebop is also a really good one that even if you don't watch anime, you know the theme song. You've heard it.
Yeah. As soon as that theme first few.
My Hero.
They had a lot.
They've had a lot of good ones.
They've had a lot.
And
I'm
kudos
not mad
to
at
them because it feels like they do one every season or like one every arc, which conveniently is every season. Like they have many arcs, but you know, like each one is its own thing. But if I had to, I think the second season theme song for My Hero is on that list for me. It's the one where Deku's on the building and he's looking out into the distance and All Might is jumping past the building and like you see him like in the reflection of the building. That theme song. That one to me is my favorite out of all of them. And I think that they just smack.
Polaris is good.
Huh?
Polaris, I was one of the My Hero ones.
Yeah.
That was good. That
Oh,
was
yeah.
good. Oh,
Ah man, My Hero. This
good stuff, man.
they're getting into some real serious and heavy stuff. Spoiler, I will actually give a spoiler tag for this one because I know that there's some people who haven't caught up. Sorry. I'm sorry. Our studio audience is in here.
It's so far behind.
We've established and confirmed who the traitor was by this point.
Yeah.
We've established and confirmed that everyone now knows the truth about Deku and his powers at this point. Mm-hmm. We've also established that Deku can mollywop the entire class if he wanted to. I'm just saying, like y'all are here.
I mean, we knew that.
Like we knew that was gonna happen.
All right.
Like outside of Bakugo, we knew that. You know what? Bakugo, Todoroki, and maybe Ida on a good day. I would say
I said on this, Ida. I wouldn't put money on Ida.
I feel like Ida fell off.
Like my God, you fast.
Like he was at some point, and the only reason I say this is because I'm rewatching it right now. Ida got put on such a pedestal of being like, you're the number 4. Like, cause you know, it was Deku, Bakugo, Todoroki, and then like Ida came in and like, you're right there, you're right underneath. And it's like the further along you get, you're just like, dude, you're falling off because it's like Sue's past her, Uraraka's past him.
Yeah.
Freaking Yaoyorozu is to that point where she's about to pass him just because she's more confident in herself. She actually can make things. She can make more complex things now.
Right.
You got Kirishima, Kaminari. They're being able to pass him, and it's like, yes, Ida, you're fast, but it's like you need to be able to like do more than just run, be fast.
You better kick somebody or something.
Like
do something.
It's the fact that Deku was able to develop his shoot style based off of you.
Right.
Like, Deku's getting better at being a hero while you're stalling out, no pun intended.
Yeah.
Like, bro, your greatest accomplishment to date is that you helped take down Stain.
And even then,
Stain's
still here.
Bro, if it wasn't for
still
Todoroki
alive.
and Deku, Stain wouldn't have been caught. Stain would still be on his spree.
Yeah.
Oh, we find out more about that, by the way. Like, it's great. Truthfully, and I'll say this as somebody who, again, I've been my hero since the beginning.
Right.
Even when he came up as a villain, I never saw him as somebody who, what you're doing is villainous. What you're doing is being a villain. What I saw was, you care about the state of heroes. How you're going about it is really bad.
Yeah, very wrong.
But you care because you want those ideals. You want what All Might stands for to be what all of the heroes stand for.
The heart is there, the actions are not.
Exactly. So that's why I was always like, if I were the writer of my hero, I would have Stain come back, and I would have him be more of a, I'm going to align myself with the heroes now, after the point of him breaking out of prison and all of that.
Yeah.
Which, he never breaks out of prison, but it's the whole thing.
Yeah.
I will say this, because I just read what chapter was that, what chapter are you, tell me so that I might continue to further the stereotype that manga readers are insufferable. I just read, even though I don't intentionally do it, I know that somebody's going to see this and be like, oh, you read the manga? He's insufferable, I hate him. Then the difference is, though, I don't say like, oh, manga is better. I think that you have to have one to have the other.
Right.
Whether it's you have the anime and then you do the manga, or you have the manga and then you do the anime. You have to have them both, because that gives more eyes on your product.
Right.
But anyway, I read chapter 425 of My Hero. My goodness gracious. So much. My heart, my spirit, my soul.
Just good stuff all around.
It is...
Great things are happening.
Deku tells the story. We know that this is the story of how he becomes the greatest hero.
Alright.
Literally, I was waiting on y'all to get here to do this episode. And I'm just sitting here reading. I got the phone like this far from my face, because I'm just like, let me make sure I read every word. I don't want to miss anything. Oh my goodness gracious. It's
going to be great.
When they animate this part of the story, I will probably cry my eyes out the way I did with Sir Night-Eye.
Oh, you cried for Sir Night-Eye?
Bro, that scene, and it wasn't specifically for Night-Eye. It was for the scene with Mirio hobbling into the hospital room. Sir, don't leave me. I haven't had a chance to be a great hero for you yet.
Nah.
That scene where tears. He's literally losing the guy that believed in him. The guy that everybody else was like, bro, your quirk is weird. You're not going to be able to do anything as a hero with that quirk. You phase through things, and then as you're phasing, you can't see anything. You can't hear anything. Dude, that's a terrible quirk. You'll never be a hero. Sir Night-Eye believed in you. The one guy who believed in you. You're literally watching him die in front of you. And then the last thing he says before he dies is that you're going to be a fine hero. And to remember to smile, because a world without hope. I was like, bro, I'm sitting here like, I'm losing, because I'm just like, like, I hate that so badly for him. Because it's like, the man that literally, for all it's worth, I see why Night-Eye wanted him to be the successor for One for All. I see why. So to have somebody, like, to have that moment is heartbreaking. It's
unfortunate.
It's like, it's unfortunate, and I cried. I did. And it's funny, Deku with the cancer. Me and him, we actually share a birthday. His birthday is my birthday, July 15th.
That's so funny.
It explains a lot.
Yeah.
And another thing, while I'm on the subject of My Hero, I know. People, and I say this again, I'm watching through it. I'm at season 5 right now. They talk about Deku crying so much, but it's like, y'all gotta realize this man has a reason to cry as much as he does.
A lot. Like almost everything.
The very first episode, granted, like I want to say it was the first episode, first 2 episodes, where like All Might tells him he can be a hero, he's like crying, clutching his chest. It's like, bro, I would do the same fucking thing. If John Cena came to me, and was like, bro, I watched your match, and yeah, I know I was harsh on you earlier, saying that you'd probably never be a great professional wrestler, but after I saw that match, bro, I'll be honest. You're gonna be a great pro wrestler. I cry my fucking eyes out. Like I'm talking like, I would be inconsolable for like 3 days. Like John Cena gave me his blessing and said that he thought I was gonna be a great professional wrestler. So it's just like Deku, and not just Deku. Like everybody else in that universe, they deserve to like cry and go through the things that they go through. To be honest, the fact that none of them have quit said that they're a lot stronger than the majority of the people that watch this show. Because I know for a fact that there are plenty of people who watch this show that would go through half the shit that they went through. They would give up and be like, you know what? This ain't for me. Yeah, I don't know why I ever wanted to be here.
After that villain attack, I'd have dropped out so fast.
At the one at the training facility?
Yeah, the first thing, I'm out. I'm gone. Like, you know what?
And there'll be plenty of them.
Phase in here into this secure. I'm gonna leave. I don't even want to be here anymore. I don't even care anymore. I'm gonna go home.
There'd be plenty of them that would, and it's just like.
I doing the first one. Go ahead and get my dropout papers. I'm not doing this. I'm gonna go be an undercover hero. I'm not dealing with this.
Not a vigilante. Oh yeah, no. Vigilante. Not she going the way of the vigilante. Not she about to be Batman in these streets.
Yeah. No, but that's I was in these streets, man. Gotta love it. I love undercovers.
That's tragic.
It's not tragic. It's smart.
It's realistic. I'll give you that.
That it is. That it very much is.
Well, the anime theme that smack. You guys tell us which anime themes that you think smack. I know that we are a completely different subject now.
Right.
You know what we also haven't done?
What?
We haven't come up with a hashtag for the people.
No.
What?
My only thought is hashtag cheese man.
Hashtag cheese man?
Hashtag cheese man.
Okay. Is that what you?
I'm not feeling it.
You're not feeling it?
Not feeling it.
Well, then we'll put a pin in that one for now. Maybe, if we can't think of something better by the end of the episode. Alright, so, time for our last section. It is time for
Everyone's
Am I the
favorite.
Asshole?
Yes.
And with that, I will leave this one up to lovely Miss Kristal. She let her have her thing.
Bitterness.
I don't agree with her adjective, but
Crazy, didn't ask. Alright, here we go. Oh my god. Well, we got a kind of longy one here.
yeah.
Am I the asshole for reminding my friend that she married for intelligence and looks, and look where it got her? I, 35F, met my husband Vince, 36M, after he saved me from drowning at a pool party when I was 18. I took him out for lunch the following week to thank him for saving me, and we soon fell in love and began dating. At the time, Vince worked a blue-collar job while I was studying at university. We ended up getting married, and Vince supported me throughout my entire education up until I got my PhD. PhD is crazy, though.
We love that.
Vince always told me that he wanted to study in university, but had learning disabilities that made it difficult for him to study in a classroom. At times, he was embarrassed by the fact that he had to work twice as hard compared to people around him, but I always found that to be admirable about him. When I finished my studies and got a well-paying job, I convinced Vince to go give his dream of studying another go. Last year, he was finally accepted into a nursing program at our local university. He is working hard to achieve his dream, and I'm incredibly proud of him. I can't. Last week, my friend Alba, 36F, came to visit with her son so our children could play together. Alba was my roommate during my first year in university, She began dating her husband Leo around the same time I started dating Vince. Leo was an obnoxious law student who later on became an even more obnoxious attorney. He was a know-it-all who prided himself on his intelligence, which for some reason attracted Alba. At the time, Alba would sometimes tease me that I could do better than Vince and would offer to set me up with one of Leo's law school buddies, but I would always refuse, and she eventually dropped the subject. Alba and Leo are currently going through a nasty divorce that stems from him cheating on her. Quite frankly, he is dragging her through the mud and is using connections to try and leave her as penniless as possible. As we were chatting and catching up, Alba began to express concern over the fact that my eldest son, 7M, was recently diagnosed with dyslexia. Alba began telling me how she is worried that my son will be academically challenged like his father and what that could entail for his future. But I could respond, before I could respond, she told me I should have married someone smart while I had the chance so I would have kids like hers. Alba's son is an incredibly bright boy and a straight A student. I told Alba her advice was unnecessary and reminded her what marrying for intelligence got her. I then proceeded to tell her that I would rather have my son grow up to be an honest, hardworking person like his father than an academically gifted jerk who wasn't smart enough to know sleeping with his secretary could have consequences on his marriage like her husband. Alba was deeply hurt by what I've said and stormed out with her son. Some mutual friends are now chiming in and are telling me that I was too harsh on Alba for using her family marriage to prove my point and should apologize. Do you want to give your commentary before the update?
Oh, there's an update.
It's a small update.
Oh no! Give me the update. Give me the update.
Okay, small update. First of all, I want to thank you all for your replies. I wanted to address a couple of things. Many of you asked why Alba and I remained friends despite her previous remarks. Alba and I grew apart during our third year in university. We only remained friends by association since we have a lot of shared mutual friends. We became close again after our son started playing basketball together at the local community center and became friends. I figured that becoming a mother made her more mature and she didn't give me any reason to suspect otherwise. I decided to send her a message saying that the way she spoke about my husband and son was unacceptable and therefore she is no longer welcomed in my home. However, I don't want our sons to lose their friendship and therefore I'm willing to remain civil around the kids and still organize playdates. She didn't reply to me just yet, but I truly hope she loves her son enough to put her ego aside and remain civil for the sake of our kids. I'm yet to notify Vince about this entire situation since he is vigorously studying for an important quiz that's coming up next week. And I know that if he heard about what Alba said about him and our boy, it would make him upset and he won't be able to continue studying properly. Unless something crazy happens in the meantime, I'll probably update him next week after he's done with the quiz.
Honestly, this was easy for me. This was easy for me. She's not the asshole.
No.
Cause
No.
especially knowing that she has a history of Alba, especially knowing Alba has a history of saying things of that nature.
Right.
She's not the asshole. Like, if you, especially like I've already shut you down. I've told you before. Like, hey man, chill out. Don't talk about my mans like that.
Right.
And then you keep on. No.
And
You mad because I said something back at you? You're mad because you said something to me, and between the two of us, like, girl, who got the happy relationship between the two of us though?
Honestly,
like
she kind of ate with that. Like, you know what? That's why your marriage is failing. How do you respond to that? Like, my husband is studying to be a nurse, and you're about to get divorced.
And left penniless.
Right.
Because your sleazeball of a husband
right.
slept with his secretary,
Right.
and now he's using
And now you can build
his connections to leave you penniless.
Right. Who's winning here? Yeah, he may not be the smartest, but I still have a husband.
Like, he might not be the brightest, but he's still great in other ways.
Right. A blue collar job, those are good paying
Right.
jobs.
Hey, don't
and now you said to be a nurse?
Don't let nobody, and that's another thing.
Don't let nobody
ever knock you.
Ever.
For one, if you have a job, it might not be the best, but if you got a job, you're already leaps and bounds better than other people.
Right.
So don't let nobody knock you for your job that you got. Might not be where you want to be, might not be what you want to do. But if you got something that you been able to pay your bills, you got food on your table, you got clothes on your back, don't let nobody work. Don't let them haters get on you about that, bro.
If it's a legal job. No.
If it's a legal job.
If it's a legal job. We're not talking about you stealing organs and selling them on the black market. That is very much illegal.
That's even way further than what I was thinking. I was just thinking she was talking about somebody selling crack.
That too.
Like, I just thought she was talking about a crack salesman. Oh my goodness, I wasn't even thinking about it.
So, as long as your job is legal and you paying your bills, making sure everything is taken care of, don't let anybody knock you.
No, I feel bad. No, I feel bad. I'm just thinking about the crack salesman. I mean, crack salesmen gotta eat too, don't they? But,
yeah.
Jesus.
I mean, I went to the most extreme.
Just crazy.
I went to the extreme. Well, yeah, there's crack dealers everywhere, man. They gotta get their money somehow.
Exactly.
I mean, if we're gonna get technical with it,
listen.
Pharmacists.
Next time I have an issue, I'm not calling the police. I'm just calling a crackhead. Cause they're gonna get it fixed to handle.
And they're gonna do it for the price of a McDonald's.
I'm pretty sure I sent you that TikTok of that lady that was like, "How I got off crack." It's like there ain't no more crack.
Is crack diminishing in the streets? Where the people who make crack at?
Dead or in jail.
We don't know that. They might be laying low for a little while. It might be a crack recession.
They might have gone clean. I hope so.
I don't think all of them is clean. They've got to be somewhere. I see too many videos of homeless people on like crack. Well, I don't know. A lot of them are on other things. Maybe crack is out of the picture. Crack is not the fad anymore.
It's not. Oh no, not since they started peddling. What was that? There was another one they started peddling recently that was like, oh, it could be in your kid's candy.
Oh, fentanyl?
Huh?
Fentanyl?
Yeah.
Man.
That.
Man, you better go to the doctor. Let me shut up.
Ma'am.
I'm about to say, so if you got health insurance, go to a doctor. Your doctor will give you a prescription.
No, that's fair.
Get your pharmacist Pharmacists are legal drug dealers.
They are legal drug dealers.
They went to school to deal drugs.
Legal dosage and make sure you know.
That's it. They're still dealing drugs. They just went to school for it and went into debt to give you drugs. But they can do the same exact thing.
They can. They're just legally. You know?
Exactly. They're just doing it out in the open.
Exactly.
And getting paid for it. They could be doing it under the table. We don't know. Double pay.
You want that to be the hashtag legal drug dealer?
One of my friends is a pharmacist.
Hashtag legal drug dealer?
Legal drug dealer. I like that. Legal drug dealer.
All right, there we go. Hashtag legal drug dealer for this week's episode. That'll be that.
I like that.
Alrighty, but you think we're good?
I think we're great.
You're ready to wrap up. We have enjoyed having you lovely people here at the Drunk Technic Podcast on this lovely, lovely gray couch. If you guys would be so great and so awesome and like and share and subscribe on YouTube, leave your thoughts and comments, give us a 5-star review on Spotify. Eventually we'll get put back up on the other podcast platforms once we get our team together. We're only 7 episodes in, man. We gotta.
Right, we
still got growth. We got a lot of growth to do. The sky's the limit. The sky is actually the starting point. We're shooting for the stars, baby. But with that being said, we are gonna get up out of here. You can find me on all of the various social media and various things. I just have them down in the description. I don't, I said it. I'm gonna do it for my birthday. I'm gonna change them all to be one uniform thing on my birthday, and I mentioned my birthday in the podcast. I'm not saying it again. Follow the podcast on the various socials, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, at Drunk Text Pod. They will also be linked down below. Miss Kristal, where can the people find you?
You can find me everywhere at Kristal Deshane, KRISTALDESHANE.
Yes. Even on TikTok, because her username is Thick and Nugget.
But if you type it in, it still come up.
It took me so long to find it. When I made the page's TikTok, it took me so long to find it. I literally was like, what the fuck? She said it was this shit. Why can't I find it? And I had to go to my personal TikTok, find her, take the link, put it over into the TikTok. Yeah, it was the best. The best. I found it, and it'll be linked down below.
Yes.
With that being said, If you or a loved one is struggling with alcohol abuse, dial the National Drug and Alcohol Treatment Hotline at 1-800-662-4357. The National Drug and Alcohol Treatment Hotline provides information on alcohol and drug abuse, local treatment options, support through hotline counselors who are there to help speak with you about alcohol, drug, or family problem. Remember, as always, you are loved. You are appreciated. We are so glad that you tuned in to be with us right here on this great couch. We will see you in the next episode. Hope you have a great rest of your week, a great weekend, and a great week next week. Bye-bye.